The Galactic Confederation had seen wars, famines, black holes swallowing entire fleets, but nothing, absolutely nothing, frightened them more than a human calmly saying, "Now I'm actually getting annoyed." Captain Tlor of the Zelthari High Fleet had studied humanity through thousands of intercepted transmissions, diplomatic briefings, and countless war logs. He understood their resilience, their adaptability, and their terrifying tendency to escalate. But he didn't believe that particular phrase, was real. Not until today. The Zelthari assault fleet had cornered the human mining outpost on the edge of neutral sector 47B, a no-man's land of radiation storms and ancient battle wreckage. There was no fleet, no planetary defense grid, just a dozen engineers and one lone liaison officer, a middle-aged man named Jacob Reyes. Reyes didn't even carry a weapon. He met Tlor's boarding squad in a dusty exosuit covered in grease, holding a cup of instant coffee. "Can I help you, boys?" he asked, eyes half-lidded from either boredom or exhaustion. Tlor wasn't sure which. "This is Zelthari territory," the commander declared, his squad fanning out with plasma rifles aimed at every angle. "You have violated interstellar claim law. Surrender and be processed peacefully." Reyes sipped his coffee. "You're 5 parsecs off your own border. So either your navigation's drunk, or your emperor has lost his damn mind." Tlor's mandibles clicked in frustration. "This is a military annexation. You will comply." The human blinked slowly. "You really want to do this?" "We already are," Tlor said. Reyes sighed and looked at his watch. "Right. Okay then." He walked over to the side of the wall and pressed a comms button. "Harris, they're being stupid. Again." A voice crackled through. "Want us to power the turret grid?" No, not yet," Reyes said, with a tone more tired than angry. "I'll talk to them. Maybe they just don't understand how bad this is gonna get." He turned back to Tlor. I've tried being polite. I even offered you a drink. But now," he exhaled through his nose, "now I'm actually getting annoyed." Every Zelthari soldier froze. The phrase struck like thunder in a quiet chapel. Tlor remembered now. He had read about it in one of those Terran war memos. A fleet had attacked Earth's lunar colony. The human diplomat had used those exact words before orbital bombardments flattened an entire continent on the invader's homeworld. All automated and all pre-targeted. But those were just legends, right? Reyes didn't raise his voice. He didn't shout. He simply walked past Tlor and tapped another button on the wall. The ground rumbled. Not violently, just enough to make everyone stumble slightly. And then the sky opened. From the upper atmosphere, a black shape descended. Not a ship, but what the humans called a rapid deployment box. It slammed into the surface, hissed steam, and unfolded itself into a tower with blinking red lights and something that sounded suspiciously like heavy railgun charging coils. Tlor stepped back. "What is that?" Reyes shrugged. "We call it a mood adjuster. It's what we launch when diplomacy starts to feel like a waste of time." As if on cue, the mining facility's comm system buzzed to life, broadcasting to all frequencies. "Warning. Human personnel have declared elevated irritation. Non-compliant species may wish to evacuate. Countdown to escalation. 90 seconds. The Zelthari squad began to shift nervously. One of them whispered, "Captain." "That phrase." He said it. Tlor growled, "Hold your line." But it was too late. Another voice rang through the comms. Female. Sharp. Deadly. "Engineering control to Outpost Charlie. Authorization Reyes Level 2. Confirmed. Weapon systems online. Calculating suppression pattern." From the clouds above, streaks of red light lanced toward the sky. Targeting satellites? No, targeting enemy ships. Within seconds, 5 Zelthari support vessels were vaporized. Reyes was now typing casually into a datapad. See, the thing about us is, we don't start fights. We end them. And we really hate getting interrupted during maintenance shifts. Floor panicked. Retreat. All units, retreat. The squad fled, trampling each other to get back to the dropships. The moment their engines lit up, a nearby drone fired a single EMP shell that disabled every ship in a 3-kilometer radius. Reyes looked over at the disabled fleet, now surrounded by deployed auto-turrets and hovering recon drones. You know what comes after annoyed, Captain? He asked, finally looking directly at him. Floor didn't answer. Reyes leaned in, his voice calm, colder than any battlefield scream. Angry. And that word, Floor would later say, that word was the reason even warlords began including emotional escalation charts in their human diplomacy manuals.